Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to get started with coloring book assignments using Adobe Photoshop. We're going to start by downloading the PSD or Photoshop file from Google Classroom, just clicking on the link there. We'll go to the dots at the top right and do Open in New Window. And from here, we're going to click on the Download button. Now that's going to take just a second to download here, but it should start the download automatically. We're going to go ahead and click on this arrow at the top right, and then we're going to move our mouse down next to the Photoshop icon and click on this folder icon right here. Next, we're going to go ahead and double click on the Coloring Book PSD file right here, and this will go ahead and automatically open Adobe Photoshop for us. And we'll give this just a moment to load here, and there we go. Now, first thing that pops up here, we're just going to go ahead and hit no. It's asking if text layers need to be updated, and you're going to go ahead and hit no. And then we're going to go ahead and full screen by hitting this box in the top right so we can see our whole page here. Now, we have a couple different options on graphics for us to color here if you look at the layers panel on the right, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, so let's make sure your screen looks like mine. We're going to go to Window at the top, go to Workspace, and go to Essentials. Then we're going to go to Window at the top, Workspace, and go to Reset Essentials. And this will make sure that your screen looks just like mine. Now, in the Layers panel on the right here, if we turn off visibility on the top layer and click on the second grouping here, you'll see that we have a whole different design that we have to choose from here. Again, I'm going to turn off the eye and click on the next one, and that will allow us to see the next design, and the next design, and the next design. So we're just going to go ahead and pick one design that we think looks really cool that we want to choose for coloring today. Now, I think this one looks pretty cool here, so this is the one I'm going to choose for working with today. We're going to go ahead and click on the folder or the group of the design that you like. Then we're going to go ahead and hit this plus icon at the bottom right to create a new layer. Next, we're going to go ahead and select our paint bucket tool on the left here. And it might look like this, or it might look like this icon right here. So it could look either way. If yours looks like this is the gradient tool. Just go ahead and hold down on the gradient tool and switch over to the paint bucket. We're going to be working with the paint bucket today. Once we have our paint bucket selected, we're going to want to double check a couple options at the top. First, we're going to want to make sure that contiguous right here is turned on. We're going to want to make sure that all layers is turned on. And we can turn these off and on just by clicking on them, and that will turn off or on that checkbox. Now that we have both of these settings turned on, we're going to be able to start coloring in our design. Let's start by picking a color. I'm going to click on this box right here, and then we're going to select roughly what color we want on the right here. Maybe I want a nice purplish here, purplish pink, and we're going to choose the exact color on the left that we want. So maybe something like that. Then we're going to go ahead and choose OK. Next, we're going to go ahead and click on the area that we want to fill in. So I want to fill in this G of gratitude. I'm just going to click on the G, and you'll see just like that, we have filled in that part of our design. Let's go ahead and choose another color for the letter R, and maybe we want to use just a lighter pink this time. We'll go ahead and press OK. We'll click inside the R, and we've filled in that one as well. Now again, let's go to maybe filling in the A, and this time maybe I want kind of a warmer tone here. I'm going to choose the red, I'm going to press OK, and then we're going to click on the letter A. And that's how this whole process will work. So our coloring book is in a digital format here that's going to be really quick and easy for us to work with, but this is still kind of just a fun and a little bit of an easier way to relax, decompress, while still getting hands-on with Photoshop and getting used to the tools that we have available. Once you finish coloring in your design, then we're just going to turn this in the same way that we always do with that File, Save As at the top. So File, Save As, and then we can save this somewhere we can find it. So let's go to our desktop, and then we can just go ahead and give this a name. So let's say Mark Coloring. Then we'll go ahead and press Save, and OK. And then we'll do our export. So we'll go to File, and then Export. Export as, and then we'll do export, and again we'll save this somewhere we can find it, probably on our desktop, give it a name, and we'll press save. And that's the file that we're actually going to go ahead and turn in. One last note that I almost forgot to mention here If you make a mistake while you're drawing your coloring book, that's okay. It's really easy to fix. You're just going to press Control Z on your keyboard, or you can also do the same thing by going to, let's see, Window at the top here, going to History, and then you can see a list of all your actions. And if you just click through them, that will allow you to undo or redo the actions that you have just completed. So that's another way that you can go ahead and undo or redo your actions in Photoshop. That's going to wrap up this one. I hope you enjoy getting hands-on with a little bit of an easier one and doing some coloring today, and I will see you all back in class. Bye now.